Hello friends, this video on fiber and fabric part 2 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Now when we talk about fibers, so there are two types of fibers, natural fibers and artificial fibers. Natural, anything that is natural exists in nature on its own. So we do not create it. So these kind of fibers just exist in nature. So they are either obtained from plants or animals. So let me give you some examples. So let's say cotton. So from where do we get cotton? So cotton is not something which we create. We do not create cotton fibers. So cotton fibers are obtained from a cotton plant. So we just obtain it from the cotton plant. So this is how a cotton plant looks like. So in the cotton plant you have fruits, and the fruits of the cotton plant give you cotton fibers. Similarly, you talk about flax, you talk about jute. Jute is also obtained from the jute plant, and it is obtained from the stems of the jute plant. You talk about hemp, so that is again obtained from plant. You talk about coir. What is coir? Coir is nothing but coconut fiber. It is very popularly used in mattresses. So it is the coconut fiber. So we are going to discuss about a few of them in more detail. You talk about wool. So wool is an example of animal fiber. So it is obtained from animal like sheep, like goat, yak. So all those animals which have wool or fur present over their body. So from that surface of their body, wool is obtained. Similarly, silk is again obtained from an animal called, which animal yields silk? Silkworm. Yes, exactly. So silkworm produces silk. So you see, wool and silk are two examples of animal fibers, whereas flax, jute, hemp, coir, these are all examples of plant fibers, because these are obtained from different parts of the plant. Some of them are obtained from fruits of the plant, some are obtained from stems of the plant. So that depends. Again, a very popular material, linen is again a very popular material. So you buy a lot of dresses made of linen. So do you know linen is again an example of natural fiber, and it is obtained from a plant called flax. So linen is also an example of natural fiber, and it is obtained from the flax plant. So these are all examples of natural fibers. Now, artificial fibers, these are man-made fibers. These are also called synthetic fibers. They do not exist in nature, but we make them. So some of the examples of artificial fibers are nylon, rayon, polyester. So polyester is very commonly used to make curtains, to make dresses, bed sheets, a lot of things. You talk about nylon. The most common thing which is made up of nylon is the nylon ropes, and I'm pretty sure that you must be seeing this very commonly in your house. Rayon is again, it is not silk, but it resembles silk. So it is like artificial silk, you can say. That is why if you have ever gone for shopping with your mother, or even if you have not been to, you can just ask your mother that if she wants to buy a pure silk sari for herself, that will cost her a lot more than that of the artificial silk sari. That's because the real silk is more expensive, because it is something which exists naturally in nature. So we really do not have a lot of stock of natural silk, because we do not have control on the production of natural silk. But when it comes to artificial silk, it is like we manufacture them, we produce them. So since the production can happen as much as is needed, so it is comparatively cheaper. So rayon is a fabric which resembles silk, but it is not silk. It is artificially created to be used as substitute for silk. So there are many other artificial fibers, and there are specific processes by which these artificial fibers are created. So basically here in this lesson we are going to focus on the natural fibers, and that too we will specifically talk about the plant fiber. So before we move ahead with plant fibers, let us quickly recap examples of plant and animal fibers. As I said, fibers which are obtained from plant parts are plant fibers. So examples of plant fibers would be cotton, jute, linen, which is obtained from the flax plant, coir, which is nothing but the coconut fiber. So have you seen the outside part of the coconut, the brown colored part? So you have some hair-like structures which are like kind of coarse and hard hair-like structures on the outer part of the coconut. So that portion of the coconut is useful as a fiber, and it can be used to make a fabric called coir. Now, certain fibers are also obtained from animals, for example, wool, which is very commonly obtained from sheep and yak, and some few other animals like goat, camels, etc. We have silk, which is again a natural fiber that is obtained from silkworms. So, thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more educational videos with a better experience. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you once again.